industry nuclear actually is there. So let's cross over to him now. I am still not sure how to pronounce exactly where he is. He's in a little town called Chalon sur Saòne, and I don't know if I got that right, but all I can say is, bonjour, monsieur, how are you doing?
Je vais très bien, merci Liane. Bienvenue à toutes et à tous. A very good morning to all of you. Yeah, we're in a little town called Chalon sur Saòne. That's how you say it.
Okay.
And it's a quaint little town. And today, this is the last day of our visit to France. It's been quite a remarkable week, I've got to tell you. And we've learned so much in the week that's been. So yeah, let's chat a little bit about that, I guess.
Yeah, all right. So let's talk about this week. I mean, some of the experiences that you've been through. What really has stood out for you?
You know, the French nuclear industry, I've got to say, for those who don't know or don't understand, it's probably world leading. Their first nuclear reactor went up in 1962. So these guys have been at it for decades. And as you said in your intro, 75 to 80% of their power is generated through nuclear power. So this is a country that really understands that. So we had an opportunity to get into the heart and many times right in the middle of nuclear power reactors, an opportunity that most people will never get in their lifetime. And I got to see the third generation of nuclear power reactors, and the technology is just phenomenal. So it's been quite a week. And also things that have impressed me have been the training and the skilling of people in the industry. And it starts from high school, where children, young students have an opportunity to start taking technical careers as early as 15 years old. And that goes right through to the technical colleges like the TVET colleges in South Africa, universities, and even within the industry, the education and the training continues. So they're very, very highly skilled people, and they're trained to the highest standards. And for an industry that's been going since 1962, they've had no major accidents. So it's really, really is, I would say, at the forefront of the nuclear industry around the world.
Yeah, I mean, but let's talk about some of the disasters out there. I mean, we're heading up to the 5th anniversary of the Fukushima nuclear plant disaster in Japan. Tell us a little bit more what happened there and how France has learned from what's happened there, and as you're saying, not really having any incidents to even report on.
Yeah, look, I mean, 5 years ago today, in fact, the Fukushima disaster happened. And what happened was they had an earthquake, and the nuclear reactor itself it wasn't destroyed in that process, but 50 minutes later there was a tsunami, and the waves then caused some damage to the nuclear reactor itself, and that was a bit of a disaster. There were not a lot of casualties in terms of directly related to the nuclear plant itself, more the earthquake. But lessons were learned by France, and what they've done is that they've doubled up their efforts, and most of their reactors have gone above and beyond the minimum standards required by the International Atomic Agency. And in fact, yesterday we had an opportunity to go visit one of what they call a rapid response team that they build, and these are around the country, and they're designed literally to move in within hours of a disaster or an incident that might take place, and they've thought of every single thing that could possibly go wrong. And had this force been in Japan at the time, it's quite likely that there would have been a very, very different result. But again, a country that's had a really good safety record, and what they've done is gone above and beyond, and they imagine the worst, prepare for it, and continue to train their people. So nuclear safety, I think the story has been talked about and managed very well by France, and I would even say by South Africa, because we have Coburg at home, help built by the French, and we haven't had incidents to talk about. So the safety of nuclear, I think, has been mitigated even more as a result of what happened in Fukushima 5 years ago and Chernobyl in 1986.
All right. We have to leave it there, Peter. You enjoy your last day. I hope you guys get to see a lot more, and it looks so beautiful behind you, the streets of France. I mean, it's just something so wonderful. So what I say to you is au revoir, mon ami.
Merci, merci. Passe un bon week-end.
Good, and to you as well. I didn't learn that phrase, but anyway, I'm going to have a good weekend. I hope you have a good weekend too, Peter. Okay, so 9